you know what? I might as well just be an open book about it, and I'm just gonna.
Did Jody also tell you that he was slightly upset about the Oregon State Championships, the true Oregon State Championships?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to set the record straight and tell Jody that it is pure circumstance that he happens to be having a Oregon State Championship like everybody else in the world already has. What I am going to do is have a true state championship in every state. And the word true only means one. It does not mean that it has anything to do with what you consider the traditional Oregon State Championships. Yours is better than ours. We do not want any smoke, okay? Yeah. I simply want you to know that it could assume that we saw your tournament and then decided to say true as a slight to you. But please know that that word true is a generic word that I'm using for every state championship. So there will be the true Pennsylvania State Championships as well.
And the thing is,
go ahead.
Well, the thing is, when I lived in Northern California, if I was a good arm wrestler, I could drive to Oregon State and I could win. As a Californian, you'd allow me to enter that tournament. Like
and you will still be able to do that. Yeah, you will still be able to do that.
But so a Washingtonian, can they go to Portland and enter your state championships and win?
Yes, they can.
But I thought you were looking for the best in Oregon.
I am going to crown the highest placing person from Oregon will be the Oregon True State Champion, and they will get that plaque, even if they finish 7th place.
Oh, so Washington guy can still enter.
Yeah, he can win the money. The Washington guy can win the money and the trophies and all that good stuff, but there will also be $250 awarded to the guy that does have the address in the state.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's go back.
Sometimes that guy will be the same guy because not only is he from Oregon, but he'll win the whole thing, which means he will double his prize money.
Why? Thank you for clarifying that. Sorry, I just had to get this off my chest. Why do you think Bill Collins would be so worried about me talking about this?
Oh, because you just more or less told the world that Bill Collins ratted out Karen Bean and suggested that Bill Collins, too, was under the illusion that you were being a greedy whore who was knocking off videos to make money. Which
I don't think that.
And now you're going into personal contract information that I know Bill in a way that I think Bill's a little more private than either one of us. So that's why I'm asking. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm just – here's the thing. Before, when I was in the sport of arm wrestling, I was beholden to so many people regarding like, ooh, if I've upset that guy, then like the whole thing, I would go out to dinner with people, 20 arm wrestlers, and I wanted them to sign up and give me $20 a month because I mean, that's how I was trying to build my business. I wanted promoters to allow me to film their events, yada, yada, yada. And so I was in a constant state of trying not to piss somebody off, yet I always was. I was always getting somebody mad because the true me wanted to just be as honest as possible. And the same thing kind of happened at CrossFit. When I started trying to do CrossFit videos, I was making videos and I was trying to be true to them. And then Sevon sent me the edits and he's like, no, we can't say that. No, we can't say that. No, like, and he made me cut and I was like, oh yeah, I'm working for a company and they have a brand and you got to like guide the narrative. And it's like, I have an opportunity now to just be as real as possible, not worry about, these guys are my friends, but at the same time, not have to base every decision I do on making somebody happy or not, because I don't have to rely on anybody. This is So people have been commenting, and I just want people to understand that in the end of the day, this show specifically, the tagline is 0 fucks given. 0 fucks. Like, it's just, that's the way it is. Trying to be as real as possible. If one day you and I go south, I'll do the final show. Will be me, and I'll just say what happens. You know, point is, ARMTV was dead in the water. I've always kept the server alive.
Gary, Casey just flashed me right over here.
Oh, give me some. No, I'm sorry.
That's
just kidding.
crazy.
Not married.
Right.
Sorry. Oh, what a sweet
Wow.
wife.
What a beast. Oh, my God. All right.
Hey, Casey. Hey. The point is, ARMTV was dead in the water. I've kept the server alive. The company has always been alive by a hair. And Bill Collins in the early days, Bill Collins has always wanted a piece of ARMTV. Always.
Yeah.
You know my first partner was Dave DeVoto, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be here without Dave DeVoto. But
I agree.
Dave DeVoto turned out to be, you know, ARMTV to him was a trophy. Was just like, hey, look at an accomplishment that we've done. Like, you know, he wasn't necessarily concerned about the day-to-day operations of ARMTV. It was more just like, oh, look at what I'm involved in. And when I started to jump head first into like, this is my life, and I'm like, oh, I'm running with it. It was at a speed 100 times faster than what Dave DeVoto was comfortable with. And we had like a 50-50 straight down the line 50-50 partnership with Dave DeVoto and I. And there was I went to go set up a bank account, and it was going to be in both of our names, LLC, official. And he never went into the bank. He never went into the bank to like sign the paperwork. And I was like, dude, how can I run a company with a partner who's not wanting to be involved? And then one day I was like, I need a hard drive. I'm filming and I'm running out of space. I need about a hard drive. It was like $200. And he's like, no, we can't spend that money. And I was like, dude, how can I run a business without reinvesting into itself? And that's when it kind of like turned sour. Like I realized we were going 2 different paths. And even though we had a contract, I was like, I'm in a sense kind of disassociating myself with my partner because he doesn't want to go where I want to go. And then you add into the fact that when he partnered up with John Bergerson and they got television contracts, that's what he always wanted. He always wanted TV, and he never understood really what I believed is that in the end, streaming would be more powerful than TV to me, because you could do the same thing but on a fraction of budget and reach a wider audience, which is what turned out to be happen. Netflix has totally changed the game, and that's where I was trying to go. But you know, he basically like broke up with me for John Bergerson, and
well,
again,
yeah, but you broke up with him first. Is that your story, that he broke up with you?
No, I didn't break. Mentally, I was like, oh, maybe this relationship won't last, but I never officially broke up. Then when they only seemed concerned about TV contracts and me not filming the events because of TV, I really felt like butthurt. And they did eventually allow me to film, and we kind of all worked that out. But I realized that if I'm going to dedicate my life to this, that I can't do it with a partner. And I got a different domain name. I tried to separate myself as always possible. And I literally waited. I was like, by contract, he could probably fight this, but I waited. Part of the reason why I never filed taxes is because I didn't want to file taxes with the corporation and with Dave combined together. And since he kind of left me emotionally and didn't really care about the performance of ARMTV, I was like, if X amount of years go by, without taxes and us being tied together, then then he can't claim ownership of the company. So I even let the LLC default, so it wasn't an official company, and I just kept everything in my name. There's no ARMTV anything. It was just Gary Roberts. ARMTV was a website, but I worked for it. Anyways, it really showed that I wasn't a great partner if you weren't, and you and me weren't 100% aligned. Like, if you wanted to do something opposite of what was good for the company, I would ignore all paperwork and just move on. Like, I would just, you could sue me. Well, I got nothing. I'm in debt. You want to sue me for half my debt? Go right ahead.
I have utilized that approach more than once.
Yeah. So to make a long story short, I kind of cut Dave off. Like, he's like, how come you don't call me anymore? And I was like, I don't know. It's just, that's how it happened. But in those early days, Dave DeVoto set up a meeting with Bill Collins, because Bill Collins wanted to buy in a third. So it was 50-50. Bill Collins wanted to get in for a third. And I was like, the whole thing was Bill Collins ran the events. So the idea would be, you do what you do. Dave does what he does, like getting the TV contracts, but Bill Collins can run all the events. And that was the initial kind of thing. But I was like, I knew that there was 10 promoters hosting events, and I was nervous of locking into one promoter. I'm like, I want to film everything. And so it never happened. But I remember the meeting. We met, and he's like, I'll buy you a new computer. And he was willing to invest some money. Okay. But it never happened. So now ARMTV, essentially, I stopped filming. And the minute I stopped filming, we pretty much go under. Well, he approaches me like, hey, I want to revive ARMTV. And I don't remember the timeline.
Yeah, I think you told me one time, I got to call Bill.
Yeah.
Something.
He's like, I want to revive ARMTV. And the whole thing was he wanted to help develop a new website, sort of like in the model of YouTube, but it'd be for arm wrestlers only. And I'm like, I wanted ARMTV to live on. And I was 100% dedicated to CrossFit, which in hindsight, I love CrossFit. I love the CrossFit community, but I felt connected, but I was never the passion I had for arm wrestling. CrossFit never eclipsed it, because what I was doing for CrossFit, I was building something for somebody else. And it was a job. ARMTV it was my baby, and I could have helped change the world in arm wrestling. In CrossFit, it was like I was helping, because of the Killing the Fat Man, I helped people lose weight, but I was more or less just devoted to Sevon and trying to be his right-hand man, because I thought that would be good for me in the future. So I one time told people, if Sevon called me and said, I murdered somebody, I need you to hide the body, that I said I would hide the body. That's how loyal I was to Sevon.
Right.
And it was more loyalty to Sevon.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, Sevon lost some of the power, I guess. I don't know if it's 100. I thought he would run the company one day. Honestly. And I was like, well, I want him to have so much trust in me that he's the guy to call me. So anyways, it didn't work out. But here we have the positive side of a bad situation, is that I would have never been able to come back into arm wrestling had that not happened. So the point of the story is, a few years ago, I can't remember the timeline. Let's just throw it out there and say 2015, 16. Bill Collins approaches me and he's like, hey, dude, let's work a deal where we bring back ARMTV. And so we meet, and I sign a contract that I tell you honestly right now.
Hey, let me call you back. Greg Glassman's calling me. I'll call you right back.
Oh, shit. Okay. What are the chances that we're talking about Sevon and CrossFit, and then Coach Glassman calls you.
Crazy. He has a Moldovan housekeeper. And that Moldovan housekeeper has a daughter who has been playing with his daughter. And this housekeeping has became a friendship, I imagine. So he wanted me to send him the picture of Vlad from Moldova, who used to be the leader of the country until the last election. So I sent him a few. I sent him a few pictures, and it's sweet.
So to finish my story, so Bill Collins wants to. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Bill Collins wants to revive ARMTV, and I want to keep the ARMTV brand alive. And I'm thinking at the time that arm wrestling to me is I would have been $1 million. I could have not had enough time because I had so much faith in CrossFit. And I signed a contract with Bill. And here's the reason I'm talking about it, to be honest. This is 100% reason, or the truth. I've been scared to call Bill.
Man.
So back to what Jody was saying, this is kind of the diary. Like to me, like when I'm talking right now, there's no one else. It's just me and you. We're catching up.
Will you please call Bill before this thing goes out?
No,
Please,
I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Are you
I don't have the balls. I literally don't have.
Are you reneging on the contract with Bill, and you're not calling him anymore?
No, here's the thing. Nothing ever happens. He didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure if I know Bill and his legalness, you are fucked.
So when I posted that Dabo video, that was his tournament, right? Dabo pushing the ref, and he said I posted I posted Scott Wynn is not such an angel, and he said, easy there, partner, like as if we're still partners. Easy there, partner.
Why? Why would he assume otherwise?
I can't remember the contract that I signed and what the stipulation was, but I think I forgot to have an out that I think I should have had in the contract. If you don't do anything, this contract is null and void. The whole thing was you were going to do something, and he never did anything. And he said that it's reliant on Leach returning, and Leach couldn't come back.
Okay.
So Leach couldn't come back, so he called me and he's like, basically the project's dead.
Well, did he give you any money?
No, never.
Oh, shit.
No,
good.
I just gave him. So the whole thing was, I guess I gave him access to ARMTV's Facebook page, and I noticed he accessed it like a couple months ago, and I was like, does he still think? I'm like,
yeah, you better have a little talk with the Billster. You just need to tell Bill. I would go in as a fragile human being who is seeking advice rather than say anything about nothing happened. Why are you assuming you're still honoring this contract? You are in trouble, boy. Bill don't play that shit, man.
My point is, like I signed that contract under the assumption that I would not. The whole thing was like, and I can't remember what I said. I can't remember what I agreed to. The contract is like in some storage warehouse somewhere in California.
For some reason, I'm sure that you will be getting a copy of that contract shortly after this podcast is shown.
Well, my point is, nothing happened. So now if you want me to uphold a contract, there needs to be a renegotiation, because now that I'm back and I'm sharing this old content, it's on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel was never involved in that first thing. It was involved in a separate website, and there would have to be a renegotiation because the things have changed. And I wasn't going to talk about this. You remember I said, Dave Devoto, if time went by and Dave Devoto didn't claim ownership of ARMTV, first of all, ARMTV was my name. I created ARMTV. Dave Devoto had ownership to the original archive parts of it, the old footage and stuff. But I branded ARMTV. ARMTV is mine. Nobody came up with the name ARMTV. That was my brand. I never gave that to Dave Devoto. But the point is, so do you remember Schoolboy? You know Schoolboy, right?
Beast. Yeah.
Okay. Schoolboy in about 2016, I can't remember. He had less than 10,000 followers. He started using ARMTV's brand on his YouTube channel. And I sent a message and I said, stop that. Stop using that's my name, bro. Stop using ARMTV. And he never did. He ignored my business. And I'm a little annoyed. The Schoolboy's been going to Bill Collins tournaments for years now. And if Bill Collins thinks that he had some ownership of ARMTV during this time period, he would have said, you got to stop using that name. Like you're promoting the thumbnail on your YouTube channel says ARMTV. And not until I returned did he change it. Did he take ARMTV off? Anyways, that's my little thing that, like, Bill, like, if you,
yeah, I'm saying, what do you think that, I mean, like, how do you, like, let's just go with, let's play devil's advocate and say Bill is going to be a complete and utter douchebag. How could that change your life?
I don't know. Because I don't know going forward. All my work has been reviving this old content, and a lot of work is going into that. So, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what to do. I don't know what Bill thinks, how we're still partners in terms of going forward. Because I feel a lot like I did with Dave Devoto. Like, okay, now I'm back. Nobody's done anything to try to further ARMTV or fix ARMTV but me. So now it's just 100% me. And that's the way I feel. Like, I don't feel any ties towards any contract that I signed. Like, I just don't. I mean, am I a bad guy for that? Yeah?
I think that that's the way a lot of people are going to view it. I, on the other hand, do not think you are. I think Bill Collins should just give it back to you and leave everything alone. Yeah. But I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think he'll make it weird. Yeah.
I mean, I like Bill. But nothing ever happened. And I don't recall if there was an out clause, like if nothing ever happens. So, yeah, I guess Bill's going to have to send me the thing. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. But anyways, I got it off my chest. It's going to be out there. We'll see what happens. And maybe I should call Bill first, but I'm too scared.
Yeah. What happened when you and Bill were talking about what Karen wanted you to do? And the conversation never came up?
He just said, call me at some point before. Oh, the reason I feel like it was Karen said, because I said to Bill, I said, why didn't Karen reach out to me first? Like, why would she send you? And right. He never said that. So I don't think he ratted her out. I think it was like, hey, Karen said, hey, Bill, tell Gary
That's what I'm saying. When you spoke to Bill about this, you guys didn't want to bring up the relationship contract situation?
I did. I've just been hoping it'd go away.
Hey, listen. Maybe you'll be all right. Maybe.
I don't. Okay. We have some things to discuss before we get back into Travis's story. Okay. Do you know your numbers? You're getting twice the numbers I am.
What does that mean?
That means the views on your channel, you're double the numbers that Gary Roberts is. So
are we doing something wrong? I thought we would rise together. Or I thought you had a lot more followers than me.
Yeah, but so my followers aren't following me for Travis Bagent or Gary Roberts. They're following me because they like the old content. Your followers are following you because they want you. So we're capturing more concentrated audience with you.
Is my channel also growing at a higher rate than yours, or no?
I think we're about on par with our numbers.
Well, I don't feel comfortable with my numbers being lower than yours. Just to let you know.
Well, I think you could be. Your revenue. Are we allowed to talk about your revenue?
Yeah. I don't even know what it is. Let's do it. How much money have I made in total?
Well, when I started helping you with your channel with Beauty and the Beast, you were at. Guess what you were at? What was your revenue?
$1,000.
$17 for 28 days.
What do you mean? That was for a whole year? I only made $28?
No. That's for 1 month. The month.
Oh, no. How much total had I made before I met you?
I didn't look at your channel from a year ago, but at that month, because you didn't upload any content and no one was watching your channel.
And I still made $17?
You made $17 uploading no content. Now,
how many months have we been together?
I don't know. We're approaching the third month, I guess. The second 2.5 months. And you're up to $275. Which, I mean, that's up like 400%.
That's awesome. I want you to look and find out how much total money that the thing has made to date. Do you have that information?
I gotta look. I can't do it right this second.
Okay.
So anyways, it's just interesting. Here's my thoughts. And it's the frustrating thing with the internet is that if you're watching the shows and you're enjoying Travis's, how are you okay with only watching every other episode? Because if the numbers are 2-to-1, that means half your audience is skipping every other chapter because they're not coming to ARMTV. Like viewers at home, that makes no sense. If you're a fan of the show, then you should watch every chapter, not every other chapter.
And if you're a fan of ARMTV for any reason, you should then click over to Travis Bagent Unfiltered.
Well, that's the thing is more people are clicking on you than me regarding the Beauty and the Beast. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know if they're. Anyways, the point is, you're now. I feel that some of the stronger chapters have been on your channel, like the fun chapters that are like, ooh, this title's going to be really drawing in, have been on your channel. So that could be impacting a little bit. But
speaking of that, are we ready to have a special guest of somebody with some real damn followers so that we can up both of ours? Who do we know that's a pimp?
I mean, obviously we can do that. For some reason, I feel. Oh, I wanted to add. Oh, yes, this is a great segment.
You don't want Chris Garvey to get mad if you.
No. I just kind of. I've watched the Neo pickup stuff with the multiple guests. I'm not in love with 3. I'm not in love with the multiple people.
Oh,
Like,
I understand that
how do you get 4 or 5 people on this at one time? You and I have a hard enough time getting on.
Correct.
How do you get Devin Larratt, Michael Todd, Ingen Terzi,
Yeah.
Neil Pickup, Travis Bagent all on at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It happened to me. I did it 3 times. It was awesome. But you're right. But I think we should just get one person who has more subscribers than us. That does not matter.
I know, but I had wanted to talk to you about that, so you brought it up. It was a perfect segue. I want to know, out of the 3 times that you guys did that many people, how many times did somebody have to reschedule because they couldn't make it and you had to push it?
I have no idea. I was always the last one, meaning they had their show planned. And then every once in a while, they'd be like, Trav, can you punch on here on Sunday at 10 o'clock? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. And
That's my point. That's my point. Did you ever punch on at Sunday at 10 o'clock and somebody had to cancel?
No, but Michael Todd did have to go in 45 minutes or an hour or some shit before.
I mean, props to Neil Pickup that he can do that and get all of you corralled at the same time, because you and I have
let's not blow him up too much. If I wanted to get, Barack Obama on the show along with Putin, I could get it done. So it's all good. Plus, I think we've done 30 damn episodes. What do you mean you can't get me on the phone? Seems to me like you're doing a pretty damn good job.
Have you signed up for ARMBet yet?
No, but I am going to immediately. I thought about it already.
Have you watched any of Devin Larratt's ARMBet interviews to break down his vision?
No. Are they good?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just want to talk about one thing, because he's rolling out. Yeah, it makes me want to have his children. Like, he's.
Oh, it's so good.
So people are talking about Devin Larratt, and can Devin be who, and who's the best Devin? And if you watch those interviews, it's clear as day that Devin, as a competitor, could be seeing end of days.
We hope you like the content. Thanks for stopping by. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Now click that little bell icon so you get notified. This was Gary Roberts and Travis Bagent live.
Damn it! Do something else. Don't ever say them 2 names to